evening, everyone. At this moment, I'd like to invite up Gabrielle and Gael Delmassi, who will do the land acknowledgement. Gabrielle? Gael?
Hello, everyone. We acknowledge all Native people who have come before us. The city of Chicago has long been a center for Indigenous people to gather, trade, and maintain kinship ties. This area is located on the traditional homelands of the Council of the Three Fires, the Ojibwe, Ottawa, and Potawatomi nations. The Dusab Heritage Association acknowledges the contributions of Kitihawa of the Potawatomi in fostering along with her husband, Jean-Baptiste Point Dusab, the community that has become Chicago. Thank you.
Okay, let's give it up for Gabrielle and Gael Delmassi. Thank you so much. And now, the moment that we've all been waiting for. Mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, mes amis, welcome to our grand 25th anniversary celebration gala. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. I'm Hervé Leonard, and alongside with the spectacular Abigail Pierre-Louis, and we are thrilled to be your MC and your mistress of ceremonies. Give it up. Abigail, would you like a few words? Okay. All right. So right here in this splendid Palmer House Hilton Hotel. So what a journey it's been since we first set out to honor the legacy of Chicago's first founder, Jean-Baptiste Point Dusab, the father of Chicago. You know, if Dusab were here today, he'd probably say 25 years, that's nothing. I did this in 200 years. So, but you know that after 200 years, they finally named a street after Dusab. So, what an accomplishment. But seriously, folks, we've come a long way since our humble beginnings in 1998. Just like Dusab's little trading post grew into this magnificent metropolis, our organization has blossomed from a small group of history enthusiasts into a powerful force for the education and cultural preservation. Speaking of Dusab's trading post, did you know the site of the current Apple store, the site of the first Apple store was where the city's founder first set up shop? Did anyone know that? Yeah, of course, you're cheating, you're a history professor. But yes. The Apple Store is the original site where Jean-Baptiste Point Dusab first set up his trading post. And that is where he founded the whole city of Chicago. But seriously, folks, we've come a long way since our humble beginning. And speaking of which, let me tell you, if Dusab had an iPhone back then, Chicago would have been built in a day. I guarantee you that. Not 200 years. We'd love to see Apple become a partner in preserving Dusab's legacy. After all, both Dusab and Apple know a thing or two about starting a small and making it big. So now let's talk about Jean-Baptiste Point Dusab, the original Chicago influencer. This man was implementing DEI before it was cool or even invented. So picture this, a black man of Haitian descent, married to the Potawatomi woman, running successful business in the 1780s. If that's not diversity, equity, and inclusion in action, I don't know what is. Right? So Dusab was bringing people together long before we had social media and electricity. He was the original melting pot chef. And Chicago was his kitchen. All right? So, you know, sometimes I wonder how Dusab would fare in today's immigration policies, right? I imagine him at the border trying to explain his business plan to ICE agents. You see, monsieur, no, I'm trying to build a new city. No, not New York, another one. So, but I'm sure they would have bought into it and let him in and absolutely enjoyed his entrepreneurial spirit. So,
yes. Over the past 25 years, the DuSable Heritage Association has worked tirelessly to ensure that DuSable's story is not just a footnote in history books, but a living, breathing part of Chicago's identity. We've gone from DuSable Who to DuSable Drive, and we are not stopping there. As we celebrate our silver anniversary, so our 25th anniversary, which is super exciting. Congratulations everyone for being here today. Let's raise a glass though to the man who saw the potential in a swampy trading post and turned it into the foundation of one of the greatest cities in the world. Here's to Jean-Baptiste Point-DuSable, to the DuSable Heritage Association, and to all of you who have supported us along the way.
cheers.
Cheers!
So may the next 25 years be exciting as trying to pronounce Jean-Baptiste Point-DuSable after a few glasses of champagne. All right? Enjoy the evening, everyone, and remember, in Chicago, we don't celebrate history, we make history.
So everyone, we'd like to take a moment to welcome Dr. Courtney Joseph. Dr. Courtney Joseph, yes. She is an associate professor of history and African American studies at Lake Forest College. She specializes in African American history and culture, Haiti and its diaspora, woman and gender studies, and hip hop culture. That is a multifaceted woman. Dr. Joseph holds a PhD in history from the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, where she also earned her MA and BA in history with a minor in African American studies. Her academic work focuses on the intersection of Black history, Haitian culture, and contemporary issues. As an educator, Dr. Joseph teaches courses such as Black activism in Chicago, African American history, Black women's history of the U.S., and the history of hip hop. She's known for incorporating hip hop into her pedagogy, sorry, first generation. If I didn't hear it in the house, sometimes I don't know how to say the word. Considering herself the MC of her classroom. Dr. Joseph is also a scholar and author. Her publications include work on Black women in pageants, the poetry of Gwendolyn Brooks, and the experiences of Haitian Americans in Chicago. She has presented at various conferences and participated in public history events, including a TEDxLFC talk titled Walking the Curved Line to the PhD. Wow. As the daughter of Haitian immigrants, Dr. Joseph's personal background deeply influences all of her work. She's passionate about sharing Haiti's history and culture, challenging negative stereotypes often portrayed in popular culture. Thank you, Dr. Courtney Joseph, for being a part.
Dang, where'd y'all find all that information? Is this on the internet? I should be concerned. Good evening, everyone. I hope you were enjoying your salad, or as my dad, if he were here, would say, salad. I am, again, Courtney Pierre Joseph. I am an educator and a longtime friend, former board member, and volunteer with the DuSable Heritage Association. So, of course, when our current president, Nick Paul, asked me just a few days ago to put something together for tonight, I had to make it happen. So, I won't bore you for too long, but I think it is important to reflect on the history of DHA, DuSable Heritage Association, at this very moment. Things are weird, y'all. I could just say that. It's a nice, light way of putting it. Things are strange. And at a moment when things are concerning, things are strange, things are potentially dangerous, I think we do what we do best as Black folks, which is turn and focus inward on community. And I think the history of DHA shows us exactly how to do that. It was in 2000, Yes, in 2000, which I don't know how that's 25 years ago, but I guess I have students who were born in like 2005, so I'll leave that alone. It was in 2000s that Haitian folks officially joined the history, the 100+ year history of Black folks in Chicago fighting to see DuSable commemorated. I'm actually writing a piece on this right now in the ways that Black women in particular, starting in the 1930s, thought it was really important to make sure that the city of Chicago commemorated DuSable officially. And so we're still in that fight, and DHA joined that fight in 2000, especially as they saw DuSable as a son of Haiti, just like us. So I don't know if Dr. Serge Pierre-Louis is in the house tonight, but he is an important pillar of this organization, and it was interest in 2000 that led him to, after learning about the history of DuSable, led him to help to create the DuSable Heritage Association, which officially became a nonprofit in 2002. What doesn't DHA do? I'll give you just some highlights of some of the things that this organization that is always tasked with large things but focuses on community and gets it done every time. Here's some of the things they've been involved with. The Chicago Latino Film Festival. They've been involved with schools like DePaul University, schools in Oak Park and Forest Park. The African Diaspora International Film Festival, which is one of my favorite events every June. The DuSable Park Coalition, Lake Forest College, where I currently teach. They've also been involved in panel discussions at Harold Washington College and Library, which is honestly one of the most beautiful libraries in the city of Chicago. Roosevelt University, Northwestern University, the University of Chicago, as well as the French Heritage Association of Chicago, the American Indian Center, and Chicago History Museum. They also have been involved in remembering that IET is not only their home place, but DuSable's home place. So in 2009, they visited the birthplace of DuSable in St. Mark, IET, and established a rapport with the office of the mayor there and a coalition of local civic organizations. They do medical missions, they do educational sessions, they've even started scholarship programs. Let me tell you something about this gala tonight. You all having a nice time. It's hard to plan this, okay? I think I still have PTSD from planning this for several years with them, and I'm young. But it always came together right at the last minute, and it's about being able to recognize and celebrate not only the committee itself or the organization itself, but the dedication that its members have had over the years in making sure that DuSable again is properly memorialized in Chicago. And the most important thing for them as an organization is the final construction of DuSable Park. I just got to run it. Okay, give a round of applause. Peggy Montez is here tonight, who I'm actually writing about right now, so I got to tell her that I was writing about her as part of this history of making sure that, again, DuSable gets his just due in Chicago. And one of the people who is also part of that lineage is Mayor Harold Washington, Chicago's first Black mayor, who was also a graduate of DuSable High School and eventually went on to dedicate the 3.1 acres of land that we're still hoping will get finally constructed so that DuSable gets the park that he so lovingly deserves. I'm excited to be able to take students there. Even now I take students there for a visit. Finally, I'll say if you don't like the cold, like me, I really don't know why my Haitian parents decided to move to the coldest place that you could possibly move. And apparently DuSable thought the same thing, but homie was dripped out in furs and he was really, anyway, that's a whole other discussion. Is their August commemoration event. So in the summer, if you want to learn more about the history of DuSable, we do a commemoration event that commemorates his life, his legacy, and takes you on a tour imagining his life there. So before I close out, I have to talk about the often invisible labor of Haitian people, both at DHA and others who have made sure to keep this organization going and have provided community to me and others over the years. So, I mean, DJ France, you are one of the most reliable men I know. Everybody give her a round of applause for France. One of my elder / mentors is Etzer Kantav here. Is Etzer here? Etzer was the past president of DHA and one of the sweetest and kindest and most hardworking people. But our current president, Nick Paul, who I can see back there, is the exact same way. Nick is on the move, but he's always making sure that it gets done. And I would especially like to end this and dedicate this speech to Marie-Josée Saint-Pouet, who was the heart of DHA for many, many years. When Serge saw me at an event I was speaking at in 2015, which is 10 years ago, when I was first starting my research on DSAPA, and he asked me to join the organization, it was him and Marie-Josée who really made me feel like I had made a good decision. So in honor of her and in honor of DSAPA and his lovely life, I hope you all continue to support DHA in year 25 and beyond. Thank you so much.
All right, let's give it up for Dr. Courtney Joseph. Thank you so much, Dr. Joseph, for continuing to maintain our legacy here. Next up, it is a privilege to introduce our next person, Nicholas Ball. Nicholas serves as the president of our beloved organization of the DSAB Heritage Association. As the leader of DHA, Nicholas plays a crucial role in organizing the association's annual gala, where he serves as a significant fundraising event for the DSAB Park project. Under Paul's leadership, DHA continues its mission to educate the public about DSAB's life and the importance of his accomplishments. Paul has been vocal about the long-awaited development of DSAB Park, stating that the project is way overdue. His dedication to this cause reflects the association's commitment honoring Chicago's Black heritage and ensuring that DSAB's contributions are recognized and celebrated. As DHA marks its 25th anniversary, Nicholas Paul's role as president is pivotal in guiding the organization's efforts to preserve Chicago's historical legacy and promote cultural awareness through various educational and philanthropic initiatives. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm round of applause and welcome our president, Nicholas Paul.
Thank you. I'm not sure about everything you just said, but I want to make sure that everyone's here. Take a special minute to have this group, like Dr. Joseph just said, in the room every year. It sounds simple, but without the help we have certain people here we can't ignore. First of all, I would like to have everyone from our board to stand up so people know who you are. Board member of DHA. Thank you, Mike. We have a special group we call the Gala Committee. Could you please stand up so people know who you are? Hello? So those are people who actually deserve the credit. I'm just there. I'm lucky enough, I'm fortunate enough to have such a great amount of people taking their times and leaving their families, spending so much time. Some of them have been here for the past couple of days working. So I'll take a small credit, but they deserve it all. Thank you, everyone. Tonight we also have the privilege of having Mayor Johnson of Chicago attending the DeSable Heritage Gala. Let's give him a hand on that. Yeah. Especially we happen to have a mayor of Chicago attending our event. So to me, it's special. I respect that. We also have the honor to have one of our true partners, which is the Attorney General, Mr. Raul Kwame. Always there with us. We don't take it for granted. And tonight we have a couple new partners with us. For those of you who are not familiar with Choose Chicago, we have the chair, Mr. Glenn Eden, and the president, Rich Gamble. Please stand up. Those are new partners of DHA. And please Google Choose Chicago. They've done so much. I don't know how they sleep at night. Every day I see them on a mission. Lastly, I have also the privilege to have my daughters here with me. Thank you. Sophia, stand up. Second you. Thank you for being here. And lastly, we have a group of individuals who decide to travel every single year from all part of the country to be part of the gala. And I appreciate all of you, and I know there's close to about 40 of you here. Everyone from out of Chicago, please stand up and show support for everyone outside of Chicago. Thank you. Those are supporters of this app. So I really appreciate everyone. We also have a few people I think that's our first time here. We have the City of Chicago Treasurer, Miss Melissa Converse-Irvin. She's with us. And we have Alderman Moore, and I believe I saw him earlier as well. We have also Alderman Jason Irvin, so Gregory Mitchell could not. And our final one, Alderman Desmond Yancey. He's here somewhere. We thank you for joining us our 25th anniversary. And like I said, I don't think I have another 25 years. Continue the next generation. Move things way faster than the past generation. Because we have a lot to prove in Chicago, in the land of the South. Thank you everyone, have a great evening.
All right, let's give Nicholas Paula another round of applause. Thank you, Nicholas, for your leadership, your vision, and steering our wonderful, illustrious organization. Before I continue, I would be remiss, and also I would be homeless if I didn't do this, if I didn't introduce my wonderful wife, Samia. Samia, if you could stand up. I had to do a little housekeeping. She's the one that keeps me together and, picks out my wardrobe. So thank her for this. So our next person, it is an honor and an extreme privilege to introduce. DeSabe's legacy is marked by his multicultural background and his ability to forge relationships with various communities. Let's fast forward to present day. And we find Mayor Brandon Johnson, Chicago's 57th mayor, who took office on May 15, 2023. Like DeSabe, Mayor Johnson brings a diverse background to his role, having worked as a public school teacher and organizer with the Chicago Teachers Union. Johnson's focus on investing in people and communities echoes DUSAB's early efforts to build a thriving metropolis. As mayor, Johnson has made significant strides in addressing key issues facing Chicago. His administration has invested over $250 million in support for the city's unhoused population and created the position of Chief Homelessness Officer. Mayor Johnson has also championed workers' rights, passing a historic paid leave ordinance and eliminating the sub-minimum wage for tip workers. Let's give him a round of applause for that. Both DUSAB and Johnson in their respective era have demonstrated a commitment to building and improving Chicago. DUSAB's entrepreneurial spirit and multicultural approach laid the groundwork for a diverse and economically vibrant city, while Mayor Johnson is working to create a better, stronger, safer Chicago through initiatives in housing, workers' rights, and community safety for all residents. Mayor Johnson continues to work towards his vision in building a better, stronger, and safer Chicago for all residents. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chicago's 57th Mayor, the Honorable Brandon Johnson.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so grateful to be with you all this evening as we celebrate an amazing human being. But before I get too far in my speech, I do want to thank our leaders who imbibe the spirit of Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable, to our Attorney General, to our City Treasurer, to Alders Moore, and Chairman Irvin, and all of you who have assembled this evening to recognize the beauty and the complexity in what I call the soul of Chicago. I'm also grateful for Choose Chicago, Rich, and Glenn. Thank you both for your tireless work. And of course, to the DHA President, Mr. Nicholas Paul, thank you for your creativity as well as your ingenuity. Tonight you're going to hear from Regine Beauberf, who will provide the keynote, but everyone who made it possible tonight, to all of the volunteers, and to the workers. Can we give a nice round of applause to our workers tonight? Chicago would not be the city that it is today without the individual who established the global capital of the world, Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable. Not only black, not only Haitian, but an immigrant who understood that establishing small businesses and the entrepreneur spirit that is deep, deep down inside of the soul of black folks, who once he established the trade post at the bank of the river, now known as Chicago, I'm confident that he knew that this day would come. But I'm also grateful that he recognized what truly brings us all together, and that's family. His love for a Potawatomi woman, Kiti Hawa, who grew and expanded the trade post, and now we live and celebrate in the greatest freaking city in the world, the city of Chicago. Now, like Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable, he understood that we needed to bring all of our people groups together. And so Brother du Sable fell in love with a Potawatomi woman. I fell in love with a woman who's from St. Louis, and she's a Cardinals fan. So Cubs and Cardinals fans from all over the world are now united. But I'm very proud to be here tonight to celebrate the legacy of Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable, while also recognizing those who are making a difference in our beloved city today, preparing the next generation for tomorrow. And through educational and cultural initiatives It's the DuSable Scholars Program and the efforts to establish the DuSable Park, the Founders Trail. This association is ensuring that our legacy will not be interrupted, no matter who's in the White House, no matter who tries to demonize us. That blackness will be remembered for generations to come. And so today we are showing the deep pride that we have deep down in our soul. The founder and the establisher of this city, we know that we have to do more to educate and to promote our existence. And that's why the DuSable Black History Museum and the Education Center celebrated the first ever DuSable Museum Day. His name will continue to grow and long live the legacy of Jean-Baptiste Point DuSable. And so tonight, in closing, as we lean on one another, the forces that are working hard desperately to interrupt the evolution of our democracy, the force that wants us to surrender our humanity. What Jean-Baptiste Point DuSable discovered was that whether you are a Haitian immigrant, a Chinese immigrant, an Italian immigrant, a Jewish immigrant, a Mexican immigrant, you get to find your hope and your purpose in this beloved city. And on March 4th, we will celebrate the 188th birthday of this city because of a black man. So let's ensure that we continue to promote and preserve this legacy. Let's continue to uplift and empower our young people and create a better, stronger, safer Chicago for all. God bless you all, and God bless the greatest city in the world, the city of Chicago. Thank you.
All right, once again, let's give a thunderous round of applause for Mayor Brandon Johnson. Thank you so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, next I am honored to introduce the Honorable Kwame Raoul, the Attorney General of Illinois. With a notable career as both a public servant and a lawyer, Mr. Raoul has dedicated himself to championing justice and promoting equality across our state. Born in Chicago to Haitian immigrants, Raoul brings a wealth of legal experience to his role, having previously worked as a Cook County prosecutor and partner at national law firms. In 2004, Mr. Raoul was elected to the Illinois Senate, where he served with distinction, advocating for critical issues such as criminal justice reform, healthcare, and education. His legislative work laid the groundwork for his election as Attorney General in 2018. In this role, Mr. Raoul has made a formidable force against gun violence, consumer fraud, and has stood up for the rights of immigrants and marginalized communities. His dedication and leadership have made him a respected figure in our legal community and beyond. Please welcome a true advocate for the people of Illinois, the Honorable Kwame Raoul.
Well, thank you for that flattering introduction, and thank you all for being here, and thank you to the DuSable Heritage Association for preservation. And some of you all may have heard me say this before, but when I started as a state senator in Springfield, I tried to start eating healthy because there was a lot of traveling going on, and I kept some clementines at my desk. And I would go home and forget to put the clementines in the refrigerator. So if I would come back 2 weeks later, the clementines that I left did not look the same as the clementines that I brought from the store, because there was not that effort on my part to preserve those clementines. The same exists with our history and our heritage. And that's the important thing about the DuSable Heritage Association, because if you do not preserve your heritage, people will say that Jean-Baptiste Point-DuSable was a Canadian man without reference to his Haitian origin. And we ain't having that, are we? Earlier tonight, I was speaking to my son, who's moving into an apartment, and he says, Dad, my new landlord, who I was worried about, is Haitian. And we connected on that, and everything that I was worried about is smoothed out. That connection of two people who did not know each other prior to today, literally today, a few hours ago, has given him ease. And it gives me pride, because I've done a bad job as a parent, I must confess. I did not teach them Creole or French or, how to cook our delicacies, but they know how to eat it. The last month of my life has been one that has tested my resolve. I've taken an oath every time I've been sworn into office to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America and the laws of the state of Illinois and the laws of the federal government. And that very Constitution has been under attack by the leader of our federal government in a way that impacts the very thing that we are here to celebrate right now, our heritage. I'm preparing a response to a Dear Colleague letter that was sent from the Department of Education that suggests to erase any reference to DEI or heritage or teaching students who they are and where they come from. That is a concerted effort to erase and make people unaware of what they should be prideful about, because if they're prideful about it, they will fight back against what is happening today. So, Professor, thank you for teaching my son at Lake Forest College about who he is. Because right now, we need each and every one of you all. Our country is under attack, and the stability, not only of the country, but of the world as we know it, is under attack, but for the rule of law and some reliance, hopeful reliance on the rule of law, there is no resistance. There's no ability to fight back. And so I take my responsibility as State Attorney General very seriously. I've been collaborating with 22 other State Attorneys General almost on an everyday basis, responding to these attacks on our country and our people. And so I'll close by echoing the importance of lifting up Jean-Baptiste Point-DuSable, because diversity, equity, and inclusion is under attack, as was mentioned. You stole my thunder, actually. You stole my whole speech. But if you think about the elections last year, many people said they could not vote for the alternate candidate, Kamala Harris, because they said, and I'm talking about our people, right? Because they said she was not black, because she came from her father came from the Caribbean. And there are those who took advantage of that, who tried to separate us. and the very freedom that was obtained on the continent here only happened because of a resolve on the island of Saint-Domingue to say that we will not be chained and we will be freed from those chains. But not for that. It would not happen in 1863. An Emancipation Proclamation would not have happened. And so for those who try to separate us by saying, if you're not ADOS, well, I'm American, and I'm sure the hell a descendant of slavery, except I broke the chains. My people broke the chains. So I will not allow anybody to separate us or erase our history, whether they are black or white. We are one people. I'm proud to be a black man, but I'm sure proud to be a Haitian American. Thank you.
Let's give it up for the Honorable Attorney General Kwame Raoul. Thank you so much for your unwavering public service. Now, when it comes to putting Chicago on the map, these two individuals have been tasked to do that. It is a great privilege to introduce these next two individuals. Mr. Rich Gamble serves as the CEO and president of Choose Chicago, the official destination marketing organization for the city of Chicago. With a strong background in tourism and hospitality, Mr. Gamble is dedicated to promoting Chicago as a premier global destination for leisure and business travelers alike. Under his leadership, Choose Chicago focuses on enhancing the city's vibrant cultural scene, diverse neighborhoods, and world-class attractions to boost tourism and economic growth. And right next to Mr. Gamble is Mr. Glenn Eden. Mr. Eden is the chairman of Choose Chicago, who complements Mr. Gamble's leadership with his extensive experience in marketing and communications. As chairman, Eden plays a crucial role in guiding strategic initiatives that position Chicago as a top choice for conventions, events, and tourism. Together, Gamble and Eden work to elevate Chicago's profile on an international stage, fostering partnerships and collaborations that drive visitor engagement and contribute to the city's dynamic economy. Please, everyone, join me and welcome the chairman of Choose Chicago, Mr. Glenn Eden.
Thank you, and good evening. It is an honor to be here today to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the DuSable Heritage Association. About 245 years ago or so, a Haitian immigrant settled on the north bank of the Chicago River, becoming the first permanent non-native resident of what would become Chicago. You could say that John Baptiste Point DuSable was the first person to choose Chicago. There would not be a Chicago without DuSable, and there definitely wouldn't be a Choose Chicago. And to this day, we work to honor and celebrate the legacy of DuSable in everything that we do. And as chair of Choose Chicago for the past 6 years, I'm especially proud to be a black man who is the official ambassador of a city that was founded by a black man while serving under 2 black mayors. Embracing Chicago's diverse cultural history is key to telling the Chicago story and changing the way people think about our city. The history begins with John Baptiste Point DuSable, but it doesn't end with him. You can trace our history from DuSable to Gwendolyn Brooks and Ida B. Wells, to gospel, to jazz and house music, to Harold Washington and Barack Obama, and to so many that have paved the way and carried the torch to today, including many of you in the room. At Choose Chicago, we are committed to honoring the legacy of DuSable by putting Chicago's cultural history and diversity front and center whenever we talk about and promote our city. I want to thank my friend, Nicholas Paul, and the entire leadership of the DuSable Heritage Association for making sure we never forget the everlasting impact of DuSable. Your selfless contributions over the last 25 years have been profound, and I know it's just the beginning. Here's to many more. Thank you.
Let's give it up for Mr. Glenn Eden. And I would be remiss if it wasn't a pleasure to introduce one of my brothers from one of the most illustrious fraternities in the world, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. So let's give it up. Hurry up. We will be going over the instructions for the silent auction announcement and a description on how to bid. Go ahead and go.
All right, so we are going to have a different type of auction this time around where we have already texted everybody a link to one cause as well as their paddle number and their table number when they checked in. So you guys should have information on your text message as to your paddle number. During auctions, you usually hold a sign that's a paddle, but we have technology. So just raise your hand and somebody will come around, and if you want to donate to whatever is being announced, they will then log that and we will have an auction that way. This auction is going to occur a little bit later, but we wanted to give you guys a heads up as we're going to have that auction soon. Thank you. All right, next we are going to have a poem by Michel Moller. Everybody please join me in welcoming Michel Moller.
This is a poem that I wrote when I was 21 in Saint-Marc, Haiti, where Gustave was born. It's called I'm a God, so are you. A door that is closing to the night. Will it ever become the opening for your day? Darkness must penetrate everywhere. I want gloominess. I want white sorrow. I want the death of this feet and the chaos. The time does not belong to the fates. I have spent 20 years hoping, 20 years betraying my world, 20 years betraying my people. The time rejects betrayal. I am no longer a man of tomorrow. I'm a God, present among other unconscious gods. And I invent my life at the limit of each second. I choke every form of time inaccessible to my wife. I washed myself of all expectations. I am clean and bleached and present to the shining sun of my own breath. Thank you.
Let's give it up for Mr. Moller. Give him a nice round of applause. So how's everyone enjoying the evening so far? Woohoo! Yes, Yeah. I was driving the other day, and we, as a people, as Haitians, we are so prolific as far as coming up with new ideas and new ways. I was on the road, and you know, who knows Kendrick Lamar? All right. So there's a Haitian version of Kendrick Lamar. Yo pas ton nous-mêmes. Yo dun 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 dun. Yo pas nous-mêmes. So I thought I'd say that. Yo pas ton nous-mêmes. They're not like us. All right? They're not like us. They're not like us. When it comes to DEI, they're not like us. When it comes to preserving Haitian culture, they're not like us. They're not like the DHA Heritage Association, where we have maintained a history of DHA's legacy. So every time you hear they're not like us, think about us. DHA, okay? So, how's the food? I wish I knew. I'm up here, you guys are out there. It's great? What they got? Some maïmoulin à sauce pois? Some more huile? Some akra? No? All right, we have to talk to the Palmer House about that. Since this is the Saab Day, I think they should at least serve some Haitian food, you know? Some soy banan. At least give us some banan. Isn't that right? And let's give a round of applause to the staff here at the Palmer House. They're doing an excellent job. We thank you. Every year you come out to support us and help us out. And how about this ballroom? We're moving on up like the Jeffersons, huh? Isn't this a lovely ballroom? Yes. So that's why I'm not going to talk too much, because we want to take this ballroom and use it so we can dance and have a great evening and celebrate diversity and celebrate Jean-Baptiste Pointe-Guichard. Okay? All right. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce the person of the hour. And coming off of Black History Month, this person has made history within her own right. Okay? So, our next speaker, our keynote speaker, comes a long way. It's Regine Condé-Beauboeuf, PE. Let's give her a round of applause. Regine is a visionary leader in transportation engineering, currently serving as the president and CEO of American Roads. She oversees tolling assets in Michigan and Alabama, including the renowned Detroit-Windsor Tunnel, which connects the U.S. to Canada. Also, with over 40 years of experience, Ms. Beauboeuf has left a significant mark on national transportation and infrastructure, expertly managing large-scale projects through design, build, and public-private partnerships in the U.S. and Canada. Her notable achievements include leading the $4.2 billion Gordie Howe Bridge project, which we partner with Manning & Smith. So that is, if you get a chance to come to Detroit, you will see an engineering marvel as they build this new bridge that connects the U.S. and Detroit to Canada. It is a marvel and is due to be open, I believe, later on in September. So, also, the $1.2 billion Turcotte Interchange design build in Montreal, and the innovative Mound Road project in Macomb County. Previously, as vice president and area manager for a global engineering firm, she expanded the company's reach and profitability, notably orchestrating a strategic expansion into Canada. Ms. Beauboeuf's career began at the Michigan Department of Transportation, where she managed a $3 billion budget for transportation projects. And her expertise is recognized beyond her professional work, as she holds influential positions on various boards, including vice chair of Central Michigan University's Board of Trustees, my alma mater, Fire Up Chips, woohoo! And secretary of the executive board of the Michigan Israel Business Accelerator. Her career is a testament to her vision, innovation, and dedication to excellence, shaping infrastructure that connects communities and fosters progress across North America, just as Jean-Baptiste Pointe-du-Sable. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a standing ovation and round of applause for our keynote speaker for the evening, Ms. Regine Bondet-Bobet.
Thank you. It's very strange to hear people speak about you and your career. You wonder, is that really right? Time flies. So thank you. I didn't forget my glasses this time. Vanity can carry you only so far. So thank you so much. Thank you everyone for the warm welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and bright young students. Standing before you today at the DHA Heritage Association's 25th anniversary Gala is an immense honor. This is a momentous occasion as we celebrate the remarkable legacy of Jean-Baptiste Pointe-du-Sable, the esteemed founder of this vibrant city of Chicago and a proud son of Haiti. As someone who shares his heritage, I am deeply moved to speak to you tonight. But before I get to the crux of my speech, I would like to ask for a moment of silence in remembrance of the 5,600 Haitians that were killed in 2024 and the more than 1 million that were displaced as a result of gang violence. Thank you. We ask for a better day, that the light overcome the darkness, that unity overcome the divisions, and that love overcome the hatred. Now, Jean-Baptiste Pointe-du-Sable was a man of extraordinary vision and determination. Born in Saint-Marc, Haiti, DuSable embarked on a journey that would eventually lead him to the banks of Lake Michigan. There he laid the groundwork for what would become one of the most influential cities in the United States. His story is a testament to the power of vision, resilience, and the unyielding spirit of the Haitian people. DuSable's journey reminds us that our roots, no matter where they lie, are the foundation of our dreams. As a Haitian, I am proud to share in this legacy. It is a legacy that tells us that no dream is too big, no vision too grand, and no obstacles insurmountable if we approach it with courage and perseverance. To the students present tonight, you are the torch bearers of this legacy. You have the power to shape the future just as DuSable shaped the past. I encourage you to take inspiration from his life. Embrace your heritage, hold on to your dreams, and let your ambitions guide you. Remember, you are part of a lineage of trailblazers who have changed the world. First, some advice: believe in yourself. Just as DuSable believed in his vision, believe in your capabilities. Your unique perspective and experiences are contrary to what you may believe are not your weaknesses, but they are your strengths. Pursue knowledge. Education is a powerful tool. It opens doors and creates opportunities. Seek knowledge, for it will be your guide on the path to success. Persevere. Challenges are a part of life. It is how you face them that defines your character. Be resilient and determined as DHA was, and you will find success. Always look for a mentor, a sponsor, a coach. I am here tonight because I stand on the shoulders of so many. And I am proud to say that tonight, one of them is here this evening, came from Michigan, the former Michigan Department of Transportation Director, Mr. Paul Ajiba, who is now a senior VP at the largest minority-owned transportation engineering firm in Chicago, headquartered in Chicago. Thank you, Paul, and so many of you. And so many others are here to support. So as we celebrate this milestone, let us also reflect on the importance of unity and progress. DHA's vision was one of inclusivity and community. Today we stand in a city that is a testament to diversity and collaboration. Let us continue to build bridges, break barriers, and foster an environment where everyone can thrive. In conclusion, as we honor Jean-Baptiste Pointe-de-Sable, let us carry forward his legacy with pride, joy, and purpose. May his journey from Haiti to Chicago inspire us to reach new heights and forge paths that lead to a brighter, more inclusive future for all. Thank you, and here is to the next 25 years of the DHA Heritage Association's impact and inspiration. Thank you, everyone.
Everyone, let's give another thunderous round of applause for Regine Gobert. Thank you so much. At this moment, I'd like to call the board members of the DHA board members to approach the stage. If we can have some representation. Okay. Okay. And I will turn the mic over to our president, Mr. Nicholas Paul.
On behalf of the association, we want to really thank you, Ms. Regine Condé-Bobeuf. She's a perfect, what we call, keynote speaker, especially for our students tonight, being an engineering major and a black woman, and also from Haiti, like the South. So on behalf of the organization, we want to thank you, Ms. Gobert, for all your achievements. And while we're up here, there's service long overdue. Dr. Courtney Joseph, can you come up here, please? This is long overdue. Courtney has bent over backwards to help DHA over the years when I started. And whenever I made a call to Courtney at night, on weekends, she answers the phone. So thank you for being a true supporter of the organization. And we hope to have many youngsters out there who want to do something with a purpose. Joining an organization, spend the time. Yes, it's not like we don't have much to do. And every single one of them here had a full-time job, or sometimes two, and plus DHA. And I want you to take note, we all volunteer, and we follow the work which is being done by Dr. Gala 25 years ago, and we want to continue that. So anyone out there volunteer, please join the organization. Thank you.
Thank you once again to Madame Regine Beaubeuf and Dr. Courtney for your service and your continued support for DHA. Thank you so very much. Okay, this moment I will invite Abigail up. All right, Abigail.
All right, everyone. So I have the honor of introducing Mecca Grimo Marcelin. He is a passionate cultural ambassador and advocate for youth empowerment through arts and culture. He comes from a family of rich music history and literacy background, including his great uncle, poet Felix Morceau Leroy. Which language do I speak? I don't know. Mecca was inspired to pursue music and spoken word. In 2006, he joined the hip-hop Creole movement under Wyclef Jean's Sac Passe label. Beyond his artistic work, Mecca contributes to cultural engagement by hosting Poetic Wakai in Miami's Little Haiti, offering a platform for artists and poets, and organizing Little Haiti field trips to connect participants with communities' cultural landmarks. So he's based in Florida. It's actually been really cool. We've been able to do a lot of things down there, and he's done a lot with the youth community. He also works with nonprofits like Children's Hope Chest of Dreams and Fairpuli to integrate education with the arts for youth empowerment. Mecca continues to be a key advocate for preserving and promoting Haitian culture. Please welcome Mecca Grimo.
Greetings, ça passe. Nous finissons bouler, nous lever, nous camper. Haïtien yo. I'll be back a little later on, but I just wanted to encourage everyone to know that the DuSable Heritage Association runs on your donations. We need your assistance. We're having an auction, a live auction. We need your donations, so make sure you're involved, you're engaged, look at all of the pieces. And also, we need to keep the dollar circulating in our community. I said we need to keep the dollar circulating in our community. Others know how to use their dollar in their community, and it circulates and it stays in their community. Our money goes out of our community and we don't see it coming back. Support each other, support Haitian businesses, and support the DuSable Heritage Association. Thank you, I'll be back a little later.
Let's give it up for Cleveland. And as he said, yesterday we had a national boycott, and I believe everyone knows why. But today, this is for a worthy cause. This is for our DuSable Scholars Program and for the park. And we encourage everyone's kind donations in helping this organization and the cause. And once again, we always appreciate everyone coming here on an annual basis to help support this cause. Remember, if everyone can pull out their phones, if you can pull out your phones, you should have, if you registered, you should have received a link for the auction, okay? Remember, the auction is still ongoing. We've only had 10 items that's been bidded on. we have several more items that I wish you people, you folks can see what's out there. But you can pull that up on your phone, and whatever item that you see, you use the phone, you use the app to hit donate or to select the item that you would like to bid. So please, 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 do not pass up a wonderful opportunity to take home a one-of-a-kind piece. Some of the pieces that I'll go through with you here, for the first one, is the painting, A Day at the Market. It is a framed painting. So definitely check that out. Item number 2 is After School in Haiti. That's another wonderful painting by a local Haitian artist. 3 is A Beauty Above and Below. Auction item number 3, Beauty Above and Below. Auction item number 4, Chatting Vendors. Okay? When I saw this painting, I don't think it should have been Chatting Vendors. It should have been Tripotage. That way, that should have been the title of it, Tripotage. When you capture the essence, you can tell they're talking about something. You see when one Montejubio dit, hey, Tripotage. Auction item number 5, L'eau c'est la vie, water is life. Please, that's a wonderful painting as well. Auction item number 6 is Du Sable, Past and Present. This is an excellent piece which captures the essence of Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable. And this is something that I would wish to hang in my home as well. So please, beat me to it before I get off the stage and get it, okay? Auction item number 7, Life by the Sea, an unsigned framed painting. Auction number 8, item number 8 is Louverture in Douglas, Mapping Abolition in the Atlantic. And this is something that is really worth taking home. If you think about it, these are 2 revolutionaries that have been captured in this portrait. Auction item number 9, Working in the Fields. Auction item number 10, the youthful masterpiece of the Green Doors. Auction item number 11, you have youthful masterpiece, A Blue House. And auction item number 12, youthful masterpiece number 3, Blue Leaves. That's been framed as well. Now on the home decor portion, you have auction item number 13, the Bird of Paradise serving tray. This is a beautiful item that anyone would love to have to serve any type of entrees at home. Auction item number 14 is the blue ceramic planters. For those of you that love to garden or have indoor homes, those Haitians that love to plant pieds zaboka, pieds bonan, this is a beautiful planter that you can have inside your house. So next time when you say that zaboka seed, you can plant it in the planter, okay? Auction item number 15, Frame et Piece print. Okay? 16, is God that cruel? Poetry on canvas. Is God that cruel? I don't know what this artist was going through to ask that question, but this is still a significant piece of Is God that cruel? Auction item number 17 is luxuriously made in Panama. I'm going to tell you this, with this cold weather out here in Chicago and where I'm from, Detroit, I would love to be in Panama right now. But, well, not right now, I'm enjoying the evening with you guys, but tomorrow I would love to be in Panama. All right? Auction item number 18, Mermaids and Apples, water decor. Auction item number 19 is Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. Okay? So please, you can follow all these items on your phone and place your bid. When you came and registered your card, you registered with your card. So just as easy as a click of a button. And then you can carry that item home with you. Auction item number 20, Mood Set Collection Candles. This is a description. This is by Regine Condé Beaubeuf's Mood Set Collection and is a result of her personal guest's quest for joy and purpose. So if you enjoyed what Madame Beaubeuf has said today, please bid on that item and take her Mood Set Collection candles home with you. Auction item 21, Tender Moments, wall art. Okay? Clothing items. Of course, we want that swag. We want some Haitian swag, and we got that swag for you. We have America's Best Contacts eyeglass voucher. 23, we have a beaded tie-up sandals. Auction item number 24, we have eco-friendly messenger bag. And auction item number 25, a hibiscus caftan dress. Well, they say hibiscus, but in Creole it's shoe black. So you have a shoe black dress, okay? You'll have also the indigo blue beaded bag. 27 is the large hand painted tote bag. And then the Macron sandals. It's that time to go to the beach. So let's grab these sandals so we can feel the sand between our toes as we have the Macron sandals. So, and then we have the men's Parabella shirt as well. So, all these items are available, so please feel free to bid on these items. Auction item number 30, Musée Limité, hooded sweatshirt. It's a hooded sweatshirt that features a reproduction of Nixon Leger's rendition of Neg Mawon. I'm sure many of you have seen it. It's over back there on the table. It's a hoodie with the Neg Mawon that's been printed on there. Also, we have a painted unisex sun visor hat. Okay? And then auction item number 32, we have the patriotic jacket.
Yes, and if you guys can follow on your phones, you click on the link and you go to the auction button and you guys can bid on anything there. All of these are going to be donations going to an amazing cause, so check it out. Number 3 is Scarf La Vie Assez Yo. He gave me the one that's hardest to pronounce first on purpose. It's a beautiful scarf. It means life is a gamble. Next we have number 34. Which is Tropical Splendor. And then we have 35 Vivid Collections handbag by Felicia Dell. So again, like a legendary designer in the Haitian space. We have number 36, which is a wearable art t-shirt. And then we go into jewelry. So we have Island Treasure. We have a necklace with sterling silver earrings and pendant set. We have lots of sterling silver, so sterling silver and coral allure bracelet. Number 40, we have Tagua nut bead necklace and bracelet. 41, we go into alcohol. So if you guys want any accessories that are tied to alcohol and rum, that is part of our culture. So the first is 4 bottles of Baboncourt, 15-year estate reserve. Then we have a hand painting Canon rum bottle holder. And 43, we have Liqueurs Tropicals collection. Number 44, we have Revolution and Libations. And number 45, we have a wine bag by Vivid Symbols. And then we have books. So if you guys are interested in any books, we have number 46, which is a soft cover book, which is Chicago's Authentic Founder book. Then we have children's history books, which are very important for us to understand who we are and embrace our identity. We have number 48, Mitch album book collection. And then Ne Me Quitte Pas. Number 50, we have a photographic book, Poetry on Canvas by Michel France Mollard. So the poet that was here and he read his poetry, he has poetry written over 60 years of his life. That's number 50. Then we have some miscellaneous items to close things off. So Caribbean in the D, a basket of Caribbean-inspired products. We have Lior's Fine Dining Haitian Restaurant. They gave a donation as well. We have number 53, which is a one-night stay and breakfast for 2 in downtown Chicago's historic Palmer House Hilton Hotel. So you guys can stay here for some time. We have number 54, Taste of Haiti keepsake boxes. And number 55, more keepsake boxes. I love the Taste of Haiti boxes, I would recommend. We have number 56, a wine tasting event, if you guys want that. Number 57, a second wine tasting event. And number 58, a virtual Zumba Fit Club package. So if you guys haven't already, donate, put your bids in, and make sure to give to this amazing cause. Thank you so much for listening and being a part. We appreciate you all.
Thank you so much, Abigail. And please, 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 look over these items because one bid, one item will help us in our cause as far as achieving our vision with the DuSable Park and also helping out with the DuSable Scholars Program. So next up, it is my privilege, it's always a privilege, every year that I come and for the past I've been emceeing this thing for the past 5 years, 6 years. Can you give it up for me? Thank you. No, it's been an honor and a privilege hosting this, and this is particularly my favorite part of the program, where we get to the scholars. And these young, intelligent, bright college students are making and carving a path as future leaders, just as Jean-Baptiste Pointe-Dussable had done as far as initiating and creating new ways in establishing and improving this metropolis. We have our future leaders in the Scholars Program. So it is my privilege to introduce the UIC DuSable Scholars Program students. And for those of you who don't know, the UIC DuSable Scholars Program has emerged as a national model for recruiting and supporting talented black students in STEM fields at research-intensive institutions. This program exemplifies UIC's commitment to increasing enrollment, retention, and graduation rates of minoritized students in various STEM programs. Professor Jeremiah Abiyati, Dr. Jeremiah Abiyati. We all know him. Let's give him a round of applause. He's not just a guest, he is a familiar face, he is family. He's honorary Haitian, practically. I still own my plate of Gala and picnics. But Dr. Jeremiah Abiyati serves as the faculty director of the UIC DuSable Scholars Program, an associate professor in the UIC Department of Mechanical and Industrial Engineering. Dr. Abiyati has been driving force in various diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts at UIC. And we're talking about engineering. If you guys remember, our keynote speaker has made waves in engineering as far as building bridges. All right, we have the former director of MDOT here as far as that. So there are many people you can connect with tonight when it comes to engineering. Dr. Abiyati's work includes leading initiatives to dismantle non-evidence-based admissions practices that negatively impact black students, spearheading a UIC Faculty Senate resolution for historic application review in undergraduate admissions, served as the executive director of the NSF-funded Bridge to the Doctorate program, acting as the UIC site coordinator for the Lewis Stokes Alliance for Minority Participation, LSAMP program. Dr. Abiyati's leadership in the DuSable Scholars Program reflects his commitment to fostering diversity and excellence in STEM education at UIC. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next speaker, Dr. Jeremiah Abiyati, man of Omega.
So we can tell who the students are. When we started the DuSable Scholars Program a few years ago, I had no idea that we would be participating in a function like this. So every year, I'm extremely grateful to the leadership of DHA and the leadership team of DHA for welcoming us and honoring our students in the effort that we're trying to do at UIC. I want to thank all of the dignitaries who've been here, the mayor, our state attorney, our leaders from True Chicago, and especially want to recognize and honor and thank our keynote speaker, Ms. Bogoff. Engineering is a very difficult discipline. So you can imagine engineering is even more difficult if you're black and low in number in the discipline, but especially if you're a black woman. And civil engineering is especially difficult for those various demographics. So the achievements that she's had in her career are truly remarkable. So I know I'm standing between you and dancing, so I don't want to take too much time, but I just want to encourage all of you to give our students a round of applause. So I have a 15-year-old who thinks fun was invented in 2010, so I think we can do better than that. Can we give our students a round of applause? Okay, now I can tell him that those of us who are Gen X and baby boomers, we also know how to have fun. So I'm standing up here, but I'm certainly not the only person who's responsible for this program at UIC. I want to acknowledge my collaborators here, Dr. Mikhail Gonzalez-Meller. He's a professor in biological sciences, and he wears many other hats at UIC. We have Mr. Roderick Sims. Roderick is the program director for the DuSable Scholars Program. We also have Jeremiah Haley. So Jeremiah is a PhD student in mechanical engineering and also a graduate assistant with the DuSable Scholars Program. So I just want to say a couple of words about why DuSable, what we're doing, and then recognize a few of our students. So why DuSable? In the aftermath of the George Floyd murder in the Twin Cities, there was a national reckoning regarding black rights, black civil rights, human rights for black people. And at UIC, we took the opportunity to use that moment to understand why our black students were not being enrolled in numbers that represent the population of our local community, and why when they were enrolled, their outcomes were less than for other students. So for example, the 6-year graduation rate for black students at UIC is about 55%. That's 18 percentage points lower than the highest achieving group. So looking further into what was going on with our students, we spent a year doing an institutional self-study, and we realized that we have so many black students that were leaving UIC who were in good academic standing. They were not leaving because their grades were poor. They were leaving for two main reasons. They were leaving because they needed more financial support, and they were leaving because they didn't have the community at UIC that was necessarily supportive of them as they were going through their educational journey. So we started the DuSable Scholars Program to tackle those two issues. We have two main goals. One is to support our students at timely graduation, and the second is to prepare our students for study beyond the bachelor's degree. We want our students to get doctorates. We want our students to get PhDs, MDs, BDS, etc. So I'm happy to say that we are proving that this concept is actually real and that it works. And I should say the students are approving. We had our first graduate from the program in December 2024. She graduated in 3.5 years. So Samantha Applewhite, she's going to be a dentist. She was accepted into UIC School of Dentistry. Program-wide, we have a retention rate in STEM of greater than 90%. The average GPA for our students is about 3.4. We should really clap for that because they're taking some really tough classes. I know when my daughter was taking organic chemistry, there was a period where she just did not want to get out of bed. She just said, send me donuts. And these students are acing these classes. So we have 12 students who have maintained a 4.0 GPA. So we should clap for that. And so normally we would have a group that's about twice the size of what we have now, but half of our students went to a research conference today where they're presenting their research in various areas of STEM. But we do have a couple of students who are doing double duty, and those students, most of them are graduating this semester. So I want to ask them to come up, please, and just stand in front of the stage. This is our first cohort who enrolled in UIC 4 years ago. Mikhail and Roger, please. So this is our first cohort who enrolled in UIC 4 years ago. This is about half of the students who are graduating. Remember I said the graduation rate in 6 years for black students in UIC is about 55%. We have about 75% of our students who are going to graduate in 4 years, and 95% are graduating within 5 years.
And excuse me, everyone, for the interruption. I just wanted to announce that the silent auction is going to end in 5 minutes. 5 minutes, okay? So just wanted to make a quick announcement. All right? Once again, my apologies. Dr. Albiati.
Thank you. So we want to acknowledge these students because they actually are doing the work. And I want to acknowledge my colleagues who are doing an incredible job supporting these students. These students are going to nursing school, they're going to pharmacy school, they're going to graduate school in biological sciences and chemistry and engineering. We have students who have jobs at Microsoft. We have students who are going to be medical doctors. So in 15 to 20 years, these students are going to be the leaders in their field. So I just want to acknowledge them again. So the last thing that I want to say is sometimes we underestimate the impact that we can have when we take small, consistent steps. So this GSP program is an acknowledgement of the power of collaboration, the power of consistency with small, consistent steps. And I also want to acknowledge DHA. This is a fundraiser for DHA, so I want to encourage everyone to participate in the auction. But more importantly, what if 25 of us donated, 100 of us donated $25 per month? That would be $30,000 per year to this marvelous organization. So let's do these small things that we can do over a short amount of time. Thank you.
All right, let's give it up for Dr. Albiati and the students of the DHA Scholars Program. Let's give it up. We should be having a round of applause, a standing ovation. Yes. As Whitney used to say, the children are our future. Okay. Don't ask me to sing no Whitney. But just out of curiosity, are there any UIC alumni here, graduates of the program? If you are a UIC alumnus or alumni, would you please stand? All right. There you go. There you go. All right. And to the students, you see, you have mentors out here in the world that can always help to lift you up as they climb up, okay? So definitely, please, as I said, earlier I mentioned that we have 5 minutes left as far as the silent auction. That has been extended for another 25 minutes or for 30 minutes. So please, as Dr. Albiati said, your contribution helps these students to be successful in the path of STEM. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's give them another round of applause. Okay, so this season, speaking of giving, for those of you who aren't comfortable donating over the phone or providing your information over the phone as part of the auction, I invite you to raise your hand if you would like to give a contribution. Whatever's in your heart, whatever that you can give, no matter how big or small, you are making a great difference in these college students' lives. So I invite anyone who is interested in making any donation, just please raise your hand and we will have someone come and get your information. Anyone interested in making a donation now, please raise your hand right now. Come on, come on. All right, we have one over here. Thank you so much. Do we have another? Do we have another? We have another over here. All right. Anyone else? Can I get another witness? Can I get another donor? We have one over here. Thank you so much. Keep your hand raised, please, so that our folks can come to you. Anyone else who would like to make a contribution to this wonderful cause? And know that your contribution is tax deductible as well. So definitely, we have another contribution right here. Thank you so much. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you so much. All right, can we get one more? Can we get another one? Can we get another one? Please keep your hands raised. Keep your hands raised. Do we have another one? Can we get one more? We have one more by Mr. Will. Thank you so much. A UIC alumni himself. Thank you so much. Let's give him a round of applause. Thank you. Okay. And we are deeply grateful for your kind, generous offerings today. So thank you so much, and we really appreciate it. All right. Next, I invite Abigail up to introduce our next person.
Yes, we'd like to reintroduce and bring back up Mecca Grimo. He is our cultural ambassador, and he is going to come and perform 2 songs for us. If everyone could give him a round of applause for Mecca. Well, if you guys saw last year, he gave a really great performance. This year, we're mixing it up a little bit, and we're going a rap direction. So we're really excited to see what he has in store for us. He's setting up a little bit, but yeah. Ready to go? All right, give it up for Mecca. Woo! Thank you, Mecca.
All right. And I'm sitting there, got Grimo, and last year I was having a little poetry, but because we have a graduating class, and we're ensuring that's still alive, and they said they wanted a little something different. I wanted to do something different for them. So can we have all the students come out on the dance floor, please? Students, come on the dance floor. Come on, stop that. Once, we gotta come on and say, well, it don't have to be just kids. If you want to get up too, you a kid at heart, right? Come through. Where the students at? Students, come through. Come on. Don't be shy, guys. This is an incredible feat. Now, come on, say, and if they want to come up, we'll do it like that. And I'm saying, I'm a cultural ambassador. I'm a poet. A rapper, Creole, guy. Okay. It's my brother right here. All right. Appreciate you. All right. Yo, my brother, please. All right. Yes. Play the music. Let's go. Listen. I'm about to rock out. We about to turn up. All right. Because after this is strings. So Pugama Fini. All right. And we about to have a great time out here. Don't be too stiff, okay? You guys, listen, you're doing incredible things right now. So it's time for you to loosen up the collar and get a little loose, all right? And I didn't mean to put y'all on the spot like that. Where's the rest of the flags at? Hey, who wants the big flag back there? Snatch that big flag back there on the table. I got a big flag on the table, y'all go wave it up. Let's go, DJ Fontanale. Faites the music, please. All right. Heritage Association, ça qu'a fait. I said, ça qu'a fait. S'il vous plaît, I want to come to the floor. Let's go. We're about to get it popping right now. All right. Ça passe. Si c'est haïtien, nous y levez nous en l'air. Si c'est haïtien, nous y levez nous en l'air. Si c'est haïtien, nous y levez nous en l'air. Levez nous en l'air. Levez nous en l'air. Laisse-moi caler. Laisse-moi pas chanter. C'est haïtien.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Not too fast, not too fast. Turn it off for right now, DJ Fronts. So, we're gonna learn a little something. Here we go like this. When I say listen, your word is kosa. Everybody say kosa. Kosa. In order for everybody to get it on time, when I do my finger like this, kosa. Alright. So listen. We pull up to the spot looking hot. Little mama looking fly in the drop. So mommy got me grinding, got me dancing. Kosa. Kosa, kosa, kosa. Alright, DJ Fonsanati. Alright. I'm gonna see if you guys got it. You got it? You got it? I got it over there? Remember the finger, the pointer. Alright? Here we go. We pull up to the spot looking hot. Little mama looking fly in that drop. So puppy got me grinding, got me dancing. We pull up to the spot looking hot. Little mama looking fly in that drop. So puppy got me grinding, got me dancing. Fly looking mommy got my head on the soul. Smell the perfume as I walk in the room. Body bananas, now I feel like a baboon. I'm beating my chest, yes, I'ma be her man. Pull my hair around like it's Rosa. Started grinding on her, touching her on top. Maybe we can chill, I'm on the pizza. But I ain't worried about the exes, they all pasta. I'm a pasta. I could be a private dancer, whispering in their ear. So just to break the conversation. So sexy, we supposed to the camera. The sexy drop in. Everybody go. We pull up to the spot looking hot. Little mama looking fly in that drop. So mommy got me running, got me dancing. We pull up to the spot looking hot. Little mama looking fly in that drop. So mommy got me running, got me dancing. Listen. Chocolat, tout belle maman ici et là, le pépère c'est machita, si vous voulez vino là, la c'est du vino là, l'original là, pour les naturels là, sous les gens toujours des là, pour les gens tout en bas, et tout mon côté là, belle pour la frapper là, ça t'a pétré après ça. We pull up to the spot looking hot, so mommy looking fly in that drop, so mommy got me dancing, got me going, she's on. We pull up to the spot looking hot. Oh, puppy got me looking non-stop. So puppy got me dancing, got me running. We just lost the music. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been a great audience. Salute to the students, because I came here because I heard that we had the first graduating class that's about to make headlines. You guys are leaders, all right? The older generation is passing the torch on to you guys, all right? You're the leaders of the next generation. Salute to you guys one more time. Konsa, 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 konsa. Bless up, my name is Becca aka Grumo. Big up Haitian Times, big up Inside Heritage Association. Bless up, one love.
Okay, so we're coming to that portion of the evening where we're going to get up and finally get to cut the rug on the dance floor. All right? And we have our DJ Fwants, on the ones and twos. That's going to come after our next performers as well. And Abby has the honor of introducing them. Abigail?
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to experience the enchanting sounds of strings. The trailblazers of flamenco tropical. Since 1996, sits this innovative ensemble founded by guitarist Jackie Ambros and Philip Augustine have been weaving a tapestry of sound that marries the soulful strains of Spanish classic guitar with the pulsating rhythms of Haiti. Strings Musical Odyssey began with their revolutionary track, Metamorphosis, and has since flourished into 7 albums by acclaimed compositions. Let the music begin.
Thank you, Abby. Thank you so much. Beautiful people of Palmer House, how are you feeling tonight? What a beautiful event. Put your hands together, please, for yourselves and for the DHA Heritage Association. 25 ans par 25 jours. So, we're gonna celebrate tonight and have some fun. You guys ready to do some dancing, some singing, or no? No? Le petit strings, il y a pas de danser déjà ça, c'est chita, vous dansez ça. No, I got ça? Man, you guys are amazing.
We'd like to felicitate this organization for inviting us. They are doing a great job. And we need to support them. Congratulations again. Thank you, Nico. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
I got a question. How many strings fans do we have in the house? You have any strings fans in the house? How many of you guys have been listening to strings since 1996? How many of you guys are going to listen to Strings live for the first time tonight? You can make some noise for yourselves. You guys are in for a beautiful experience. Enjoy and have some fun. I want to take a second to say thank you to Nicola, Mr. President of this beautiful association, who decided to choose strings, none other than strings, to perform for you guys. Mr. Nicola, thank you so much.
you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cash money. Mais il y a aussi pareil comme là.
There you go. All right, congratulations. All right. You donating it back? Wow, so let's give it up. He's decided to donate his winnings back to the organization. Give him a round of applause, a standing ovation. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And that's the type of spirit we like. And definitely, hey, glass of water on me. Thank you. All right, so this comes to the conclusion of our program. Before we have Strings play us out for the evening, we just want to say thank you to everyone on behalf of the DeSaab Heritage Association. I just want to say thank you, Abby. You have always been wonderful mistress of ceremonies. So let's give Abby a round of applause.
Yes, today I found out MC means Master and Mistress of Ceremonies. And thank you, Hervé, as well, for leading the way and helping create this programming. By helping, I mean creating it and having me follow, which has been amazing. It's been amazing. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thanks for celebrating such an amazing person, such an amazing cause, and such amazing students and everybody that's involved. Thank you.
And same here, on behalf of the DeSaab Heritage Association and on behalf of the board members, we want to say thank you for coming out this evening. Now is the time to continue the wonderful music with Strings and to get on the floor and for Flunts, DJ Flunts, to really get things lit up in here. That's chauffé bagala. Chauffé moon. Anyway, thank you everybody. Oh, one more announcement before we leave. Before we continue tonight, go ahead.
Okay, the association really want to thank you for coming tonight. We do have some items left to be bid on, so y'all can bid on them at a reduced cost of 50%. So get on your phone, let's go. We don't want to go home with anything, so let's go.
All right, what a way to end the evening. 50% off on these wonderful pieces. Please, profite, take advantage. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, okay? So definitely, please look at the art pieces and see what you would like to put your bid in. As I said, any amount, big or small, is a great contribution towards the cause. Thank you once again, and thank you to Strings as well. So give it up for Strings. Everybody have been having a good time on the dance floor. Let's continue the evening. Go ahead, take it away.
You guys have been an amazing crowd. I just want to say that. Dancing all night, bringing the vibes. My bravo peut-être, s'il vous plaît. My bravo peut-être.
I want to give a special thank you to DeSaab Heritage Association for throwing this event, having us bring together our community, and for honoring our history, not just through Haiti alone, but also the crossing paths of American history and Haitian history. I think that it's a huge part of everyone's life for us to be celebrating Haitian history, as it's impacted American history so much. And I hope that we can continue to celebrate and empower each other through our narratives rather than bringing each other down, because we are all one, and without each other we wouldn't be where we are today. Thank you, DHA, for bringing a lot of awareness to this and empowering us all through our narrative.
Hello and welcome to our 25th annual Gala celebrating 25 years of the DeSaab Heritage Association. I'm Hervé Leonard and I was the MC for this evening. We had a spectacular evening with special guests, Mayor Brandon Johnson of the City of Chicago. We also had the Illinois Attorney General, Kwame Raoul. So this was a celebration of DuSab's heritage and legacy that he's left over 200 years from here, from today. So as you well know, DuSab, he was the founder of Haitian descent that founded the city of Chicago. And we are here March 1st on DuSab Day to celebrate his spectacular legacy that he's left us. So we look forward to continuing celebrating and having fun and enjoying the evening. And we also look forward to seeing everyone next year as we continue to celebrate DuSab's legacy with more than talented artists that come in, such as Mecca, such as Strings. You can hear in the background the live Flamingo String Band. So please come and enjoy and celebrate Chicago's legacy.
Sac passe, nap levé. My name is Mecca Grimo Marcelin, straight from Miami, Florida, but I'm in Chicago right now. I came to support the DuSab Heritage Association. They're doing a lot of great things in Chicago and worldwide. We got to get the word out. Jean-Baptiste Point DuSab was the founder of Chicago, and the DuSab Heritage Association is doing great things about it to bring about awareness about this man that founded this great city. I came to perform. Last year I did poetry. This year I came, did a little rap creole for a graduating class that they are also sponsoring. We'll hope to see you next year. This is it. The DuSab Heritage Museum Association doing great things. We hope to see you at the Palmer Hotel. Bless.
Tonight, we just celebrate our 25th anniversary of the DuSab Heritage Association. And I want to take the time to thank a couple hundred of dear followers to come here and celebrate, that take that, great celebration with us. At the same time, we thank the Mayor Johnson for coming tonight for the first time to witness what we have been doing for the past 25 years, including the Attorney General, has always been part of it. And we had a great celebration, including the class of 2025 of UIC, scholars to DuSab Heritage. So thank everyone again for joining us for such a great evening, and look forward to seeing you for the next 25 years. Thank you. Have a great evening.